your whole pre.
All right. Welcome, CJ. Welcome to ETH Denver, a place you have plenty of familiarity with, I'm sure. I'm Nick. My name's Nick George. I do the events for Story. We're reporting a session like this at the end of the day. We did a hackathon yesterday, which you were at, you performed at. It was sick. The day before that, we had an ecosystem day. The day before that, we had another thing. Needless to say, I'm pretty fried right now, but I want to get to the bottom of some stuff.
Oh, well, what do you got for me, Nick?
I want to get to the bottom of why AI, music, like music that's made with AI, it all sucks. Like all of it sucks. I'm sorry. Like I have checked out, I don't know, 10s, 20s of AI music apps or whatever, where you type in something that's like, I don't know, heavy metal sung by a chipmunk or something like that. I don't know. Some shit like this. Anyway, whatever it is, the output always is inaccurate. It always sucks. Or like it's like some corporate ass, like corporate rock or some like the worst shit you've ever heard. It all fucking sucks. But your shit like actually sounds good. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway,
Well,
that's my intro. What the hell's going on?
You bring up a very deep philosophical question on why AI music sucks. And it's actually part of a broader question of why everything eventually sucks.
Yeah, okay.
Everything eventually sucks.
Everything does eventually suck.
And it's different for different people and different cultures.
Yeah.
And for me, I think for you too, Nick, so you were in the noise scene. We're both in the noise scene, and people who end up making noise music are generally driven away from feeling like pop music sucks or the radio music sucks.
Yeah.
And you want to hear something. I don't know what drove you to noise music.
Oh, I mean, I like grew up like a punk,
Yeah.
So like I just wanted like whatever was more extreme at the time.
Right.
This was like in middle school. I was like, no effects, kind of like pop punk and so, and then like pop punk, shit like that. I think it started with like Green Day or stuff from like mid '90s or whatever. But in my pursuit for the most intense music, like beyond that, I think it was like 8th grade. I got into like Sonic Youth and like went to see a Sonic Youth concert the summer before high school, and this band called Wolf Eyes over.
Wolf Eyes, yes.
And
yes.
I can't. That shit split my mind open. I didn't know what the hell was going on, and most part I didn't know like why I liked it.
Can you do a good Insane Johnny look?
Yeah, I can. Let's see, Insane Johnny at the crypto conference.
Yeah. No, funny thing, Insane Johnny has the very first Databots shirt.
No shit.
He printed it himself.
Oh, that makes sense.
But
when was that?
We generated a black metal album.
Okay.
In 2017.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people found it. I just posted we posted it on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
We listened to it, like Zach listened to it once when he made it.
Yeah.
And we listened to it again in the car. And then, I don't know, all of a sudden Insane Johnny was on Instagram, like he printed out the album cover it was like really shittily under the shirt. Anyway.
Sounds about right.
Tell me more about your pushing the extremes.
I mean, who's interviewing who here? But I mean, like, yeah, Wolf Eyes was a game changer for me. And then I was like, I had a guitar, I had a delay pedal, distortion pedal, and I was kind of in like shoegaze stuff too. So I just went home and tried to like make music that sounded like Wolf Eyes and Sonic Youth.
All right.
And like started just turning shit up all the way, throwing my guitar like in front of a speaker, doing like Lou Reed style feedback jams, stuff like
Metal
that.
Machine music, right?
Yeah. And then I just never looked back. Something like that. Yeah.
No, I deeply connect with that because the urge to like get to more and more extreme music, and for me, it starts from Jimi Hendrix, my first love, the reason why I play guitar.
Yeah.
To like, all right, let's see if I can master this. To winning a Jimi Hendrix sound alike contest when I was 11, beating dudes in their 40s, right? To like getting into like Metallica and then heavier music, get death metal, grindcore, extreme music, Dillinger Escape Plan, mathcore, and then to like Merzbow, Venetian snares, extreme electronic music. Then eventually to like algorithmic music, Autechre, generative music, and like pushing it further and further. And it's like, okay, well, what next? What next? What hasn't existed yet? I was like, okay, like algorithm music. Let's study computer science. Let's try to figure this out. We grew up in the Boston area. Zach and I, we both met at Berklee College of Music, and that the Berklee MIT kind of dyad going on there, where there were PhD students at MIT working on algorithms for understanding music.
Okay.
One PhD was Tristan Jahan. He made this thesis called "Creating Music by Listening," and the idea was if you could write algorithms that could like analyze music, like talking beats, song structure, timbre, notes, like self-similarity, like decomposing in stems, you could build a statistical model of music and then use that to generate. And from our perspective, it was like, oh, we can make even crazier shit than Autechre this way, right?
Like sure.
Because we're talking, this is 2012, and we're making electronic music, but one thing about electronic music is that it can't sound like band's music. I can't make a synthesizer that sounds exactly like the timbre of a black metal album.
Right.
So we're like, okay, how do we solve this problem? It's like, this is a scientific problem.
Yeah.
We tried granular synthesis, and everything sounds like digital and glitchy. Concatenative synthesis, same problem. We realized it had to be something fuzzy and statistical, and machine learning probably had something to do with it. Right? And that led us eventually all the way to the era of neural nets, deep learning. When RNNs came out, we tried just training them on our favorite metal bands like Converge, Krallice, Carr, Meshuggah, and seeing what it generates. And lo and behold, like it actually worked.
Insane.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's what I don't get. Like, you're training, like, okay, I know Converge. You know, I know Slayer. You know, I know, like, you know, your Black Sabbath. You know, your Death, Napalm Death, even. Like, this is a pretty wide spectrum. Did you have to, like, find songs that kind of sounded similar, or what? Like, you know, if you add too much shit together, it just kind of sounds like nothing. It's mud, right? You add a bunch of colors together, it always comes out brown. So, like, were you picking, like, I want to do like this and this because I'm interested in the way these two would converge? Sorry. Or like what's the method to picking out training data if you have like I don't want to say, like, you don't know what the outcome is going to be, but you have an idea of what you're looking to get. So, like, what's the process of, like, selecting training data for something like this?
All right. So these are great questions. And I feel like the AI music kind of splits into like there's three eras of it. And currently we're in era number 2. Era number 1, these kind of questions are relevant where before the models can actually make something that is passable, they fail at their task, and their task is to learn the statistics and replicate it exactly. They fail at it, and the ways that they fail at it are interesting. And so we kind of looked out, like, metal albums were the perfect training data. That better than electronic music, better than reggae music. The reason is because 1, the tempos are faster. 2, actually most importantly, the timbre is very limited. Like, you have the same instruments the whole time. Everything's evenly mastered. That's perfect, right? You don't get this mixing of colors into mud problem that you're talking about. And also, in these particular styles, like, chaos is good, right? If you can find a new way to explore chaos, you have just advanced the genre ahead. Which is, like, unlike the case in, like, dance music, where if it's chaos, it's something else, right? Maybe like breakcore. But if you keep people dancing, there's, like, certain templates you have to do. So
all that checks out. All that checks out.
We're kind of very lucky. But this brings me back to your first question of why AI music sucks, and it's because we finally reached the era of slop, right? Where it is producing things that sound exactly like what we already know to be music, right? And everything goes through this process of like eventually sucking, and these things are happening faster now. And as a music creator, I even notice the cycles are like, even when I'm like spending 30 hours a week, like tweaking and prompting and generating and listening, I'll like hook into something I really dig, right? Like recently I was like, oh, wow, if I mix the rhythms of like Brazilian baile funk with the like sound design of like American rhythm, there's actually kind of like a new sound there that I haven't quite heard from either of those countries.
No kidding.
And I was like getting really into it. I'm like, and then after just listening to maybe like 2 or 3 weeks of that stuff, it's like, okay, now I feel like there's something missing.
Okay.
I still feel like there's something missing here. And I think it's important to be exposed to slop. Because we're actually just getting bored, right? It's like we're playing the game, we're still on level 1. Like you don't stay at level 1 forever. Like you need to be challenged, continually challenged.
Yeah. Just imagining someone like, like, it's nice, like, going and working all day, you're 9 to 5, get home, like tired, crack open a beer, sit down on the sectional, hit the recliner, put some slop on. Nobody does that. We're not there yet, right? But I don't know. Anyway, I did want to back up, and I don't think we did like a proper intro. So CJ, the name of the project is Databots. From what I know there's another person in Databots. I haven't met this person yet. Tell me about how you guys met. I believe it was at a hackathon, wasn't it?
That's right. So we started our project at Hack MIT, and when I met Zach, I was like, Zach, I feel like I've known you my whole life, and he's like, that kid's on ASCII.
Sure. Okay.
And it turns out like
he was on ASCII. Yeah. It turns out.
Oh yeah. I mean, not that day.
Sure.
But
I mean, acid. Can you hack?
And yeah, Databots was formed out of hackathon culture. And this is my 80th hackathon here at ETH Denver.
It's insane.
Yep.
Insane.
Yep.
The guy who won our hackathon last night, you said
Butoshi.
Over.
Oh, and Began, yeah.
He's like done over 300.
Began's done over 300, yeah.
What's up? These guys just go to like hackathons and like rent this way and shit?
Yes. I mean, this is, it's kind of like the, I don't know, the super awesome art form to do.
Yeah.
Like
it is
of
cool.
the times.
It is cool,
right?
And like what's this? Like they don't have like, they're not gonna like continue that build, right? They just like throw it out.
No, Beacon's project was 100% like a satirical like Dadaist like project, and he delivered it perfectly.
It's insane,
right? It was funny,
yeah,
right? Like he just like, we downloaded all of the story and we added like slime to it,
yeah,
like hands.
Okay.
Because we all have ADD and we're trying to enhance the attention, right? It's a parody.
But he like called it like agent communication
program. That was Butoshi, the agent communication program, right? Where it created like the void, like a universe where there's nothing except agents, and it's like coming out of a K-hole, and like all that there is like these agents talking to each other, and they create the universe from scratch. There's an aspect of comedy to this, right?
Yeah.
But then I don't know, like Began just like on stage, he ran the whole code in the terminal, and it ran like there was nothing was sleight of hand or staged.
Flawless victory,
and it's like flawless victory. You got us, right?
Okay. You brought up something interesting there. Was that like the way he engaged the hackathon was pretty much through a comedic lens?
Yeah.
A lot of this like AI music stuff that I actually would gravitate towards is like rooted in comedy.
Yeah.
Right? Like so it's like death metal salsa, and it's like funny. And that's like why it's interesting.
Yeah. If you're not using this medium for satire, it is like the perfect mechanism for satire. It like literally eats human culture and it spits out something.
Yeah. It's insane. I don't know. I'm a big Databots fan. I think like throughout the performance last night, it was just like the like sheer level of intensity that was like maintained was like, I thought it was like interesting, but like, yeah, I like music that's difficult to listen to. I think after a long day, it was kind of insane. But I did notice that like sometimes when I would say like whale sound bossa nova or something, it still like kind of sounded like dubstep. Well, is that just kind of the artist's like personality coming out?
Okay. I mean, yeah. So my particular model that I've trained has a lot of dubstep in it. So it like there's like a tendency towards that. There's a bias in the model for dubstep. I admit it.
And plus we're in Denver. It's like the home of.
It is the home of dubstep.
It's the home of dubstep
in the US.
2.0 or 3.0?
Well, I mean, Nicole was bringing Benga here in like 2007.
Okay.
So I mean, she was on top of it for 1.0, but
then it became like bass music or something. And neither here nor there.
Right.
Super interesting shit. I love it. And then I went to the Databots website. There's like 100 albums. It's just like what I think is really cool is that the albums aren't necessarily albums. They're actually like permanent installations, right? They are 24/7 generative out like songs, right? The fucking like 10-hour free jazz loop,
right? Outer Helios,
the death metal stuff,
Relentless Doppelganger,
right? Wild stuff. So like when it comes to the finished product of what you want to put out, most musicians would put out an album, right? Or play a show or something. Your output is completely different, right? You have you have 5 different generative live streams going at all times. That's your output. You are like a quantum musician. You're neither here nor there. You're always existing. How does like how does the intended outcome of like your musical production like are you thinking about a finished project?
So that the finished product like is a process that makes something endlessly, and this is the medium being itself. And it should be the medium being itself. And I think everyone wants AI to kind of like be in its own lane and not in the other lanes, right? And for music, the infinite live stream is this. And so it's process art, and the creation of it is fascinating. It's a whole other way of thinking. You're not writing a song note by note. You're coming up with like the initial conditions and statistical tendencies. And there's so many ways to do that. Part of that's coding and architecture. Part of that is coming up with the training data. Which either you record yourself, like like Adam Neely or Pliny would record like a couple hours and then solo instrumenting. Or I'll take a band's discography or like a whole like Arcspire album, or etc. And then I'm trying to make something that I could just listen to forever and ever and ever and not get tired of it, which is hard.
That's, I mean, impossible.
It's hard. It's hard. Most of my attempts, like eventually get tired of it. Like it feels like it sucks. It's like, okay, I listened to like a half hour of it, but now I feel like it sucks. All right. It's like, what is it missing? And balance, like everything isn't balanced. So, tying it back into dubstep. So when we had like the bro step era of dubstep,
bro step,
like Skrillex, Excision, Wub era. We're like 90% of DJs were like doing dubstep. It very easily we got ear fatigue, right? There was not a respected balance. It was too much tear out. And then we kind of like reeled it back. So, like a really, really good bass music set will have like touch upon that and then retreat somewhere else, right? Same thing as when we create these like live streams. So think about and the metal one is like there has to be ambient sections. Right? It can't just be blast beats the whole time.
No.
Right? And it can't be all that predictable. It has to be surprises. So I just like, for example, every like minute or two, I just inject noise into latent space, and like wherever it is in the Markov tree, so to speak, of the like the statistical music, it like jumps to a new place.
Interesting.
Like a vinyl record, just like the needle jumps to a new randomly. And this is part of the reason why it's continually interesting. It doesn't get trapped somewhere. If I didn't do that, it might just get trapped in one note.
Amazing. Well, speaking of interjecting noise into latent space, I'm stoked to, we're going to do a little bit of performance here. We got a Bluetooth speaker, we got a recording going, so let's do some kind of a prompt jockey set?
Yeah.
So what is the prompt jockey set?
So here I have my personal private model. I've trained it on my music collection. And this is what seems to be like the new kind of way of DJing, right?
Insane.
Instead of carrying around my vinyls or my record box USB, it's like I have my net and all my music is in there. And if I know my music collection very well, I know how to prompt my model very well.
Okay.
And the fun part here is that I can take suggestions from the audience. So previously, we ran into a couple dudes, and one guy's favorite band was favorite rapper is Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, yeah.
And the other guy,
we were gonna kick the set off with Lil Wayne.
That's right. The other guy's into bluegrass,
like generative Lil Wayne.
Yeah, generative Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna
Lil
do
Jen.
We're gonna
Lil Jenny.
Little Jen, little bluegrass. We're doing Lil Wayne doing bluegrass.
Lil Wayne doing bluegrass. Okay.
Lil Wayne doing bluegrass. We're gonna hit record and let's go.
All right. Let's also turn the screen around. We want to get a shot of the screen.
Okay, yeah.
So here's what we're looking at. Well, they're probably going to zoom on that.
Okay.
But yeah, let's hit play and see what happens.
Okay.
So the prompt is
Lil Wayne bluegrass.
Lil Wayne bluegrass. All right, let's see what happened.
Okay. Okay, it's definitely like hip hoppy, but there's not enough bluegrass in it.
It's not enough. So is there a way to add more bluegrass? What if you like put
what's like
bluegrass solo or like?
Let's try this one.
All right. Ding 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 ding.
Okay, you can kind of hear like a drawl, like a little bit in the voice.
Yeah.
But not enough bluegrass. So what we might add to the prompt is a bluegrass band like Billy Strings.
Yeah.
Is that Billy with the with a Y?
Billy Bluegrass.
Billy Bluegrass. So yeah, my model is very fast. Within 10 seconds. Oh. So which one?
Oh shit.
Shit. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Okay, so that's definitely bluegrass, right?
That's bluegrass. Yeah.
Okay, yep. That's definitely bluegrass. So that doesn't sound like Lil Wayne though. So what I can do is take the vocals from this one, and the bluegrass from this one, and just mix it together.
Oh fuck yeah.
Let's see. Do we hear it?
I don't hear it.
We don't. Okay, let's try this one.
I'm on a king taste press get down there.
It generated just like 3 songs like out of that prompt, and now you're like checking them out.
Exactly. Yeah. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Right. So these tracks have never existed before.
No.
How do I even preview them before playing them?
Do you do that? Like, do you have like one queued up in your earphones, and you're like, I kind of like it, it sucks.
You can hear the preview, but normally there's 2 of us, and like Zach will be preparing it.
Okay.
And then he'll switch over.
So he'll like cook a song up and make sure it's fine tuned.
Exactly.
Send it to you to DJ.
Exactly.
Sick.
Or I'll just like just do it on the spot, on the fly, and try to make it work. Because even watching a car crash is entertaining.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
It sounds so weird. Digging it. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So all right, what should we do now?
Let's do we kind of went like, southern honky tonky kind of shit like that. So let's do Let's do Enya.
Enya.
Enya. I've actually been obsessed with Enya lately. This shit's really good.
Right.
So like, let's do like Enya, New Age,
Hmm.
and then what's kind of like opposite side of the spectrum on that shit?
Yeah, what's the opposite of new age?
It's a
Be like
black metal.
Black metal. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that has become obvious is that the next stage here is to like figure out an automatic curation.
Yep.
If I can generate like a dozen examples, it should be able to figure out which one matches the combination of prompts the best.
Okay.
And I feel like I should be able to figure that out. But otherwise, I'm just winging it. So,
you can't see it on the camera, but CJ's terminal is open right now. He's just like typing in these prompts into the terminal and hitting enter. Insane. All right.
Okay.
I recognize those ethereal elements.
there's some ethereal music,
Of our favorite Irish majestic Ganas.
right? Ambience is in common with all.
Genya.
Genya. Right.
You know what's interesting though is because like black metal is also quite ethereal.
Very
It
ethereal.
is, so maybe these weren't like polar opposites.
It'll definitely
Yeah.
find the middle of the Venn diagram
So okay.
of,
Yeah.
what works with all of them. And if we're lucky,
This is actually a kind of a banger. Like I think just adding the tinge of like black metal vibe has made the Genya a little like darker.
that's right. It is
Yeah.
darker. It is darker.
Like I hear it. I mean, I don't think anyone else would hear it, but I hear it, right?
Right. And I'm sure if I added another artist here, like Emperor,
Yeah.
maybe we'll get some guitars in there.
See what happens. Oh yeah,
Right.
man.
Like often black metal albums will open with the ambient track, or have like an ambient interlude.
They do.
Which, yeah, Emperor also does. Okay, and we've added Emperor. Sounds darker.
It does sound darker, which is, I think that's sick.
Oh, this is sick, actually.
Wow, it's like evil Enya.
This is evil, right?
Yeah,
It's get this.
this is haunted ass Enya. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Bring it.
Whoa!
Beats.
Wait. We should just start a black metal band like this, right?
Yeah.
Where it just like it comes up with this track, and then we just play our instruments.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Fuck.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, and now and for the payoff, let's just go into some straight Emperor. We'll mix it in.
Yeah. Okay. Jenperer.
Wow. This is better than prompting for like Gregorian chant or
Yeah, I think
choir music.
Enya is the new Gregorian chant.
All right. Here we go. Genre. Wow. The waveform looks like shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Must be black metal. Okay.
Looks normal to me, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Atonal fucking madness.
Wow.
Yup. Prompt jockeys at work. Yup.
Oh my god. Oh, this actually makes me feel things.
This is quite sick.
This actually brings me back to like a particular time in my life. I remember like feeling like the lowest I've ever felt in my life, and like listening to Krallis's DO Team just listening to black metal and like just kind of feeling like, I don't know, like despair, I guess. I remember feeling despair, and this kind of like brings me back to that feeling.
Killer. Dude,
Yeah.
this shit's insane. I love it. Cool. It's about 5 o'clock. I've been up since like 6 for like 3 days straight. I'm stoked to like go back to my hotel and like fall asleep for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Awesome having you here.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks for jamming.
This is great.
Super cool.
It's an absolute pleasure to be interviewed by another noise head.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If people want to check out Databots, where do they go?
Oh yeah. So all they have to do is just go to this website and you'll find us.
Killer. Man, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Super cool.
Cheers.